Hello students, in this video, so let's start with substitution method. So what is the substitution method? A method to find the solutions of pair of linear equation. Okay. So the name itself indicates we are going to substitute something. Okay. Now we have got two equations, isn't it? X plus y is equal to 3 and 4x minus 3y is equal to 26. Now let's take the first one as the first equation. X plus y is equal to 3 as the first equation. And the next equation, 4x minus 3y equal to 26 as our second equation. Okay. So this is the first step. In the next step, what we are going to do is choose any one of the equation. It's your wish. Select any one equation, either the first equation or second equation. You can select, it's your wish. I usually select the first one. Okay. Let me take the first equation. What is the first equation? X plus y is equal to 3. Now what I'm going to do is we have to solve for x here. Okay. We can also solve for y. It's your wish again. What does solve for x or solve for y mean? It is simply keeping that variable in the LHS and sending all other things, that is transposing all other things to the RHS. So when I say solve for x, it means that I'll keep x in the LHS and whatever the other things are there, I'll transpose to the RHS. I'll put it to the RHS. Okay. That is known as solve for x. If I say solve for y, it means I'm going to keep y and send all other things to the RHS. Okay, that is the meaning of solve for x or solve for y. So here I'm going to solve for x. So meaning I'm going to keep x. I don't need this positive y. So send it to the RHS. 3 is already in the RHS. So this positive y comes to the other side. It will become negative y. Plus y will become minus y. This is our equation 3. Okay. Now here, as you can see, here x, I've solved for x, isn't it? In the LHS, we have got only x. There is nothing other than that. Therefore, this is known as solving for x. So this one, we consider it as equation 3. Suppose x plus y is equal to 3. And if you're solving for y, you want to keep y, send the x to the other side. So it will become minus x. Okay. Let me give another example. Instead of considering the first equation, what I've done is I've taken the first equation, then I've solved for x. Suppose you have selected the second equation. Okay. You have selected the second equation. This is your second equation. You have to solve for x, isn't it? Basically, you don't need this minus 3y first. Send it to the other side. So it will become 4x equals 26 minus 3y to the other side will become plus 3y. Again, you don't need this 4. So it is in multiplication with x. So transpose it. So x is equal to 26 plus 3y divided by 4. So as you can see here, only x is in the LHS. Rest of the things are in RHS. So this is called as solving for x. Okay. Similarly, if you can solve for y also. Okay. This here we'll take it as equation 3. If you have taken the second equation, this will be your equation 3. Okay. But usually I take the first equation. So as you can see, we have taken the first equation and we have solved for x and we have got 3. Now what you're going to do is we are going to substitute. This is where the name came, substitution method. Okay. You're going to substitute equation 3 in equation 2. Remember, you got this excuse me. You got this equation 3. You got this equation 3 with the help of equation 1, isn't it? So therefore, this equation 3 should be put in the other one. Okay, do not put in equation 1. Then definitely you are not going to get any answer. Okay, because how did you get this equation 3? With the help of equation 1. So you're going to put it in the other one, that is equation 2. Substitute equation 3 in equation 2. So what is our equation 2? Let me draw a line. Equation 2. What is our equation 2? Our equation 2 is 4x minus 3y is equal to 26. Now 4, instead of this x, as you can see, x is equal to what? 3 minus y. So in place of this x, we're going to substitute 3 minus y. Close it. Minus 3y is equal to 26. So 4 into 3 is 12. Multiply 4 into 3, 12. Minus 4 into y is 4y. Minus 3y equal to 26. So 12 minus 4y minus 3y will become minus 7y equal to 26. Therefore, 12, or what I'll do is, I'll transpose minus 7y to the other side, 26 to the LHS. So 12 minus 26 is equal to 7y. Therefore, minus 14 is equal to 7y, which implies minus 14 by 7 is equal to y. Therefore, what is the value of y? Therefore, the value of y is minus 2. 14 minus 14 by 7. 7 ones are 7 twos are. Therefore, the value of y is minus 2. So you got the value of y. As soon as you get the value of y, we have to find the value of x. How do we find the value of x? Simple. Using equation 3. What is our equation 3? X is equal to 3 minus y. So substitute the value of y here. So y is minus 2. Substitute it. So 3 minus into minus plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. So you got the value of x. Okay. So x is equal to 5 and y is equal to minus 2 are the solutions. Isn't it easy? Okay, let's recall it. The given two equations will be your equation 1 and equation 2. Select any one among that. It's your wish. I'm going to select the first equation and I'm going to solve for x always. Okay, it's always x that I'm going to solve, because sometimes you can avoid confusions and it is very easy also. So I'm going to solve for x. Solve for x in the sense, keep x in the LHS, rest of the things to the RHS. That will be your equation 3. Now take this equation 3, put it in 2, substitute it. You will get the value of y. Once you get the value of y, easily you will get the value of x. Okay. Let's take one more problem and understand this better. So as you can see, I have taken one more problem. X minus 2y is equal to 8 and 2x plus 3y is equal to 2. As you know that the first one will be your equation 1 and the second one given, that will be your equation 2. So what should we do? Take the first equation. As you can see, I have taken it. X minus 2y is equal to 8. Solve for x. Keep this x. We don't want this minus 2y. Get at the other side. So if it comes this side, it will become plus 2y. So that's what it has happened. Therefore, x is equal to 8 plus 2y, which is our equation 3. So what should we do? We have to put this equation in 2. That is, substitute equation 3 in 2. We have substituted it. So 2 x plus 3y is equal to 2 is the equation 2. This is our equation 2, isn't it? So in that equation, in place of this x, what is our x that we have got? 8 plus 2y. So we are substituting it. Multiply 2 into 8, 16, 2 into 2, 4y plus the remaining 3y equal to 2. So here 16 as it is, 4y plus 3y is 7y. Okay. Equal to RHS, that is 2. We don't need the 16 set at the other side. So it will become 2 minus 16. Therefore, on simplifying, you get the value of minus 2. As soon as you get the value of y, what should you do? Take the equation 3. What is our equation 3? X equals 8 plus 2y. Substitute the value of y that you got. Y is minus 2. Substitute it. Therefore, 8 minus 4 is 4. So you got the value of x and y. I hope it is easy. As you can see, I've given 2 more questions. Okay, you can try solving this. Okay, as a task. And it's very easy. Follow the steps that I have told. It's really easy. You will definitely get the value of x and y here. Now, how do you know whether the values that you have got is correct or wrong? It's very simple. See, for this third one and fourth one, I have not given you the answer. How do you check? What you have to do is, as soon as the value, the answer that you get. For example, in this question, I've got x as 4 and y as minus 2. Substitute in the equation. What was my equation? X minus 2y is equal to 8. First equation. Substitute here. X value is 4 minus 2. Y value is minus 2. As you can see, 4 minus into minus becomes plus. 2 2s are 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 equal to 8. So it is satisfying, isn't it? Similarly, excuse me. Similarly, substitute for the second one. Okay, you should check for both. Okay. 2x plus 3y is equal to 2. So 2 into 4, 3 into minus 2. So 2 into 4 is 8, plus into minus minus, 3 2 is 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 is equal to 2. So the LHS and RHS are same. Therefore, the value that you have found is absolutely correct. Okay. So you can solve these two problems by substitution method, and you can verify the answer by yourself. Okay. Now, in this substitution method, there are two different types of problems. Okay. Let me not say two different types of problems. There are two problems a bit different. Okay, I'm sorry, a bit different. Let me show that. So as you can see, this question, x minus 5 is equal to 3 and x by 3 plus y by 2 is equal to 6. Okay, there is a bit difference between this question and the previous questions that we have discussed so far. What is the difference that you can see in the second equation? Okay, in all the questions that we were solving, we didn't have this fractions, isn't it? We didn't have anything in the denominator. Okay, but in this question we have it. Okay, now how to solve this? Remember, this x by 3 can actually be written as 1 by 3 into x, isn't it? 1 into x is what? X. 3 as it is in the denominator. So x by 3 can be written as 1 by 3 into x. Similarly, y by 2 can be written as 1 by 2 into y. So you can see that the coefficients of x here is a fraction. Similarly, the coefficient of y is a fraction, or I can say it as a rational number. Okay. Now, whenever the coefficients are rational number, it is a bit difficult to solve. So what we are going to do is, we are going to make the coefficients as integers. Okay. Here, if you observe in the first equation, what is the coefficient of x? It is 1, which is the integer. What is the coefficient of y here? Minus 1. It is an integer. What is c1 here? It is an integer. Okay, a1, b1, c1 are integer. But here in the second one, a1 is actually 1 by 3, b1 is 1 by 2, which are rational numbers. So if you got rational numbers, it will be a bit difficult. So what we are going to do is, let's take the first one as the first equation, because there is no problem here. But in the second equation, there seems to be a slight problem. So I'll take the first one as first equation. But as you can see, the second one, I have not taken it as equation 2. I'm going to simplify it, then I'm going to take it as equation 2. How I'm going to simplify? Now, observe this denominator, 3 and 2. So let's take the LCM of 3 and 2. What is the LCM of 3 and 2? It is 6. So to make this 3 as 6, so I have to multiply by 2 for both numerator and denominator. That is what I've done here, multiplying both numerator and denominator by 2, because I have to make the denominator as 6. Why 6? Because the LCM is 6. Similarly, this y by 2 has to be made as y by 6. I mean, this 2 has to be made as 6, right? So what should we multiply and divide? We have to multiply and divide by 3, isn't it? So that's what we have done. Therefore, when you multiply and divide, so what do you get? 2 into x, 2x, 2 into 3, 6, plus y into 3, 3y, 2 into 3, 6. Okay. Now, as you can see, the denominators are same. So write it once. I've written it. And the numerator added 2x plus 3y. It becomes what? 2x plus 3y. Transpose the 6 to the other side. 6 is in, excuse me, 6 is in division. If it comes the other side, it will become multiplication. So 6 into 6 will become 36. Now, if you observe, here the coefficient of x is an integer. Here also it is an integer, isn't it? Now we'll consider this as our equation 2. Okay. Now we have got our equation 1 and 2. So what is our equation 1? X minus y is equal to 3. And our equation 2 on simplification is 2x plus y is equal to 36. Then we are going to follow the same procedure. What is that? Take the first equation, solve for x. As you can see, I have done it here. X is equal to 3 plus y, which is our equation 3. What should I do here? Substitute this equation 3 in equation 2. So as you can see, I have substituted here. On substituting, you will get the answer of y. Once you get the value of y, you can find the value of x. Okay. So here in this problem, we got to know that whenever the coefficients are rational numbers, first we have to take LCM and simplify it. Okay. Now there is another type of problem. Okay. Let's do that. So here in the next question, as you can see, The coefficients are what here? Decimals. 0.4x plus 0.3y equals 1.7. So we didn't have decimals, isn't it? So whenever we have decimals, we can directly solve it, but it is a bit difficult again. So what we are going to do is make this decimals as integers. How? Very simple. Now observe this. 0.4x. After decimal, there is only one digit. Even here, after decimal, there is only one digit. Even here, there is only one digit after decimal. Throughout, there is only one digit after decimal. Therefore, I'm going to multiply by 10. Throughout, I'm going to multiply it by 10. That's what we are going to do. Okay. As you can see, I've written it. Multiplying by 10 on both sides. So, I put the entire bracket, multiply by 10. So, 0.4 into 10. See, whenever you multiply by 10, use this logic that if you multiply by 10, you have to shift the point towards the right side. So it will become 0.4. 0.4 is simply what? 4, isn't it? 0.4 can be written as 4. Suppose if you multiply 0.4 into 100, the point has to shift right side twice because there are two zeros, right? It has to shift twice. So it will become 0.40. 0.40 is what? 40, isn't it? So I hope you know that. So 0.4x into 10 will become 4x. 0.3y into 10 will become 3y. 1.7 into 10 will become 70. So you got your first equation, which is a here, as you can see, excuse me, as you can see that the coefficients are integers. So I have taken this as equation 1. Similarly, coming to the second equation, check after decimal, we have got only one digit here, one digit. Throughout it is one digit, therefore I'm going to multiply by 10. Okay. Suppose in the second equation, if you have got it like this, 0.7x minus 0.2y is equal to 0.85. So as you can see, after decimal here, you got only one digit. Here you got only one digit. But here, after decimal, you got two digits. Therefore, two digits is the highest, right? Therefore, you're going to multiply by 100. Okay. Because if you multiply by 10, the point comes and stops here. It will become 8.5. Still, it is a decimal, isn't it? So that is why we have to multiply by 100 in this case, because the highest number of digits after decimals is 2. Okay. So now it is 0.8, no problem. If you have got cases like that, so you have to multiply by 100. Okay. So we got our second equation. So once you get first equation and second equation, solve it. So we have taken, this is our first equation. I've transposed 3y to the other side. So it will become minus 3y. We don't need this 4, transpose it, it comes to the denominator. So this is the value of x. Okay, we have solved for x. So which is equation 3, substitute in equation 2. So we are substituting in equation 2. Now as you can see, when I substituted in the place of x, what is x? 17 minus 3y by 4. You can see this 4 in the denominator, which is making the problem a bit difficult. Okay. Remember, if this 4 was not there, what we would have done? We would have multiplied 7 with 17, 7 into 17 and 7 into 3. Then we would have proceeded. It would have been very, very easy. But now it is a bit difficult because of this 4, which is in the denominator. So what we are going to do is, this is creating trouble. So we'll try to eliminate it. How will you eliminate it? It is in the denominator. So I'm going to multiply it so that I can cancel. Multiplying every number by 4, every term by 4. Okay. So that is what we have done. Multiply by 4, 4 on both the sides. So 4 into this, 4 into 2y, 4 into 8. For each term, you should multiply by 4. So as you can see, I have multiplied 4 here, 4 here, and 4 here. Okay. So therefore, throughout multiplying by 4, what happens? This 4 and this 4 gets cancelled. Now this 4 vanished in the denominator. You're left with 7 into 17 minus 3y. 4 into 2 is 8y. 4 into 8 is 32. Now it is very easy. 7 into 17 is 119. 7 into 3 is 21. Minus 8y as it is. 32 as it is. Now here you can easily solve it. Okay. Once you solve it, you will get the value of y. Y value is 3. Once you get the value of y, substitute in equation 3, you will get the value of x. Okay. I hope it is easy. Now we did two bit different types of problems. One is coefficients are fractions. What you have to do, take LCM and solve it. If we have got decimals, again convert in integers by multiplying 10 or 100. Okay. This is all about substitution method. So in the next video, let's start with elimination method. Thank you, students.